Hello, entrepreneurs. It's another day of opportunity. And today the opportunity is to talk about digital advertising fraud and how this can be damaging to your publication's credibility. In my last two video chats, I talked about why independent news sites need to have their own dedicated salespeople and how native advertising fits with that approach. In this chat, I want to give you another reason to control your advertising sales. The digital advertising environment is filled with toxic, fraudulent advertising. Some experts estimate that as much as half of all digital advertising is fraudulent. Some of these hackers siphon advertising from legitimate sites by creating phony imitations made to look like the real thing. Other hackers create websites that siphon off ad revenue by showing ads to robots. In other words, real money is paid to show ads to imaginary users, to quote one study. This is why news sites with a public service mission need to protect their credibility by controlling the advertising that appears on their pages. Lately, I've been diving into studies about how the digital advertising ecosystem works. And it's complicated. But the essence is this. There is a web of automated intermediaries called ad exchanges. These intermediaries stand between advertisers on one side and publishers on the other. These automated intermediaries run an opaque marketplace with algorithms that decide which ads go to which publishers at which prices. And because this ecosystem has so many players, it's very vulnerable to malicious hackers. Some hackers place ads on legitimate news sites, possibly like yours, that carry users to pages that promote hoaxes, racist messages, or other objectionable material. But if your website doesn't participate in these automated marketplaces, you can assure your advertisers that their messages will appear in a safe environment on your website or app. You also won't be giving up your ad revenue in commissions to the big platforms like Google and Facebook. Which brings us back to why you need to have your own salespeople and why native advertising allows you to control the messages in your publication. In this way, you don't have to use those intermediaries. Another strategy to avoid intermediaries and generate revenue and counter the fraud is by the creation of email newsletters. If you do this, they will have no connection to the ad exchanges. Email has the power to create an intimate relationship between a publication and its users. And that relationship can translate into loyalty, which translates into a tendency for people to recommend your publication, to participate in its surveys, and to attend its events, as well as buy products that your site recommends and pay for a subscription. These newsletters can be targeted toward specific groups of your users who are interested in particular topics that you write about. Digiday just described how the New York Times now has 71 newsletters that have been absolutely critical to converting users into paid subscribers. They're also a source of additional sponsorship revenue. The risks of automated digital advertising and its negative impact on revenue and credibility have driven more publishers toward user-generated revenue, specifically subscriptions. However, digital advertising isn't dead, but it does have to be used differently by news publishers who have a public service mission that depends on credibility. In the notes to this video, you'll be able to find links to several articles that will help you understand more about the complex ecosystem of digital advertising. That's your next opportunity.